All I heard yesterday was, where's the ban list? They said no earlier than November 20th. No, that is not how this works. What is up, guys? The Hat of Knowledge has returned once again with another interesting discussion as to, well, why you should enjoy your weekend and why we're not getting a ban list. And we're going to toss in a Maxx discussion too, because after reading 50 comments on Mega Capital G's last video about Maxx, I feel like we need to re-educate some of you on the power of Maxx. So, Power of Karibo Hat says, let's dig into this discussion with logic, shall we? Still butthurt you're not getting a ban list this week? I'd be too if I actually really cared. So, we just came off of a YCS, which means we're going to use those results to want to construct a ban list, right? So, event gets over on Sunday. All right, cool. Next work day is Monday. Oh, cool. It's Monday now. As a worker that would be going into the office for Konami, cool, you start your day Monday. Keep in mind that Japan is probably, what is Japan like? Japan's, I believe, 13 hours ahead of me at this point, so they would be 16 hours ahead of America, of Cali. So cool, we've lost a whole workday. So as we're going in, Japan is getting ready to be done with their workday. Cool. So they go into the office on Monday, they submit what appears to be the ban list on Monday. Cool. We now have to wait for Konami Japan to go through the approval process, make sure that everything's good. You know, same thing. I don't know if the European branch has to help agree with this, but you're going to need some communication time. Cool. So Tuesday rolls around. We've got the first email back from Japan being like, cool, this is what we need to do. Tuesday rolls around. We spend that day working on our list, things we resubmit, our revisions. It's now Wednesday. Konami's going out of the office because, oh shit, fucking Thursday's Thanksgiving. Well, they're not going to upload a ban list on Thursday or Friday because Konami's going to be on vacation. They're going to be at home with their families. So whatever final communication happens on Wednesday, you know, they'll probably put it on standby until next week. But fuck me, right? How dare these employees, how dare they want to spend time with their family? They are regular working individuals out there. And the timely process of understanding different time zones, seeing how the process takes time between the branches, understanding fundamentally that, well, we have to work together as a unified game, or at least the offices do, to kind of get somewhere. I assume I'm very close to the actual approach as to how this works, besides the typical, oh, they throw dart. No, that's not how it works. It takes time, process, communication, manpower, and it's a fucking holiday tomorrow, alright? Let these people have their break. Y'all can go back to doing whatever the hell you're doing on Monday, alright? That is why we are logically not getting a ban list. I don't care if you want Firewall Dragon banned. So do I. I don't care if you're boycotting Yu-Gi-Oh! And playing Duel Links because you fucking don't want to play the actual card game at the moment. I don't care if you're Italian Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're not uploading more Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck lists because the ban list was supposed to come out negative one day ago. Nobody gives a shit. Alright? Thing is, next week, Monday rolls around, then the whole community can resume their stuff. But we're now in a 4-day period that you ain't getting no list. Alright, Wednesday night, you're not getting a list. No, let these people have their vacation. Now, I had to get that out of my system. Logic, I'm very big on logic, explaining things, kind of going through the whole process. And then all I'm seeing over here is like, people are like, oh no, call Konami. Somebody in customer service must... NDAs, my friend. Do you know what NDAs are? Non-disclosure agreements. You know what they're not going to tell you over the phone at customer service? Because they'd be breaking their NDA? No. Alright, why are you going to give customer service for a company knowledge like this? It's not how it works. Like, logic. Now, part 2 of this video. I saw a video yesterday on a possible ban list discussion, and the amount of people that were like, Maxx needs to come back to 1. was ridiculous. Need I remind you all, the entire structure of Yu-Gi-Oh! Became much more viable with the removal of Maxx from the game. Oh, Robbie, that's fucking bullshit. You don't know nothing. You're a fucking fat piece of shit. You illiterate fuck. Okay, that's what I hear 95% of the time. Listen to me here. Maxx is bad for the game. When you have a card in existence that changes the fundamental mechanics and play style and forcing players to play around, is bad for the game. Now, on that logic, Ash Blossom exists. But Ash Blossom allows me to play my deck, alright? I draw my 5 cards. You have a negate for one of these. Ow, it hurts. Kill. We have 4 cards left. Okay, cool. So now we have 3 cards left, because you probably opened the Ogre too. Cards that do not allow... Oh shit, Drone Lockbird just showed up. Ugh. Cool, we have 2 cards left. Fundamentally, cards that do not allow players to play the game. Yeah, I know, Drone Lockbird. I hear you fucking screaming in my ear. I know. Okay, I know you're here. I'm going to pretend like you're not here. When you have cards in the game that exist, that solely change the way that things go. Fundamentally, 3-ofs and 1-ofs are different, alright? Maxx at 1 is so much more Luxacky than at 3. At 3, you fundamentally force people to be like, oh, well, cool, my opponent's going to have Maxx. Game interactions are going to go longer because people are specifically deck building because there's 3-ofs. You see this? This is more than this, alright? Waka waka. Fundamentally, if I'm building my deck around a cursed 1-of, we are changing fundamentally the way that the game works. Like, I don't think people have played enough Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively to understand the power scaling that Maxx has in large numbers on decks that want a special summon. I understand the stigma that's going around. Oh, Maxx checks the format. Cool. That's cute, okay? Every other deck that special summons gets punished by Maxx. Maxx is an oppressor, okay? I think that's why people like Maxx so much, because in the grand scheme of things, he does oppress the more powerful decks. But much like how our man Norden helped out Heroes and allowed these other shittier decks to kind of come sit at the dinner table, unfortunately, the power scaling that he gives to the already powerful decks is not enough to warrant keeping him around in the same scaling down here that Maxx is giving power to these other decks. Maxx does help out these other decks, and you might get a good win, but on the same flip side of that equation, Maxx is oppressing these decks. A very fragile deck that needs to be able to set up its very fragile 3-card negate combo just loses outright to a person opening Maxx, because your opponent's going to net back all of these resources. And then, since we're pretty much in the same format that we were with the explosion of Royal Oppression, I'm going to compare Royal Oppression to Maxx for a sec here. If I summon Dark Armed Dragon, set Royal Oppression, and an older format, I fucking laugh at you. Now imagine, ladies and gentlemen, a Goki Extra Link with Trigate, and you're sitting there, you're like, oh, cool, I can actually break this board. Your opponent flips Royal Oppression. Literally, it's almost like win more. You use Maxx to kind of solidify what you've set up already. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so much further down the going first game that, yes, Maxx does help these situations. But once again, forcing people to specifically deck build around a certain card is bad. I've heard everyone try to make the counter OCG point of, oh, we play it because it helps balance the format. We play it because we need it. That's bad, all right? You obviously are playing it because you have to, because you're being forced into it. By having removed that card from the game, I think the TCG has been healthier than it's ever been. You can eat my words. Like, purely statistical, like, these past 2 formats have had more decks available to play in them than ever before. Yes, I know Gumblar is a card. I understand the Firewall Turbo is degenerate. Cool. We all understand that. But the fact that we now... The fact that fucking True Draco still gets to sit at the dinner table with Mech Knight's Paleo, you know, all these quieter dead decks from another era, you can still top with them, like, congratulations, like, That's good. Budget Yu-Gi-Oh players for the first time ever have a chance to play the game. But we throw Maxx into that equation. Fucking that paleo top that you could have had is going to be stolen by fucking a Thunder Dragon player because he opened up Maxx. Change my mind. Go. I welcome discussion in the comment section. I would very much like to see the opposite sides of the argument. I don't agree with them, honestly. God, those are some arrogant words coming, or ignorant words coming from me, but you have to understand statistically and things like that, the game's just been better. Like, yeah, you can make the argument of, oh, we wouldn't have had such a shitty Goki format, and then you'd be playing Goki and you Maxx your opponent and be like, oh, hey, no problem here. She was on the other foot, motherfucker. Like, that's not how it works. Alright, well, until the next time we get a ban list. See you guys next week on that discussion. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend, but there'll be some interesting stuff on the channel. I know we have Market Watch on Friday, and some special stuff for Thanksgiving. Alright guys, peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.